Here it comes. Jonk versus Mitch. Let's see what we get from Jonk. We haven't seen him yet. We keep saying it. Here he goes. The wave dash kickoff. I like to see that. Mitch trying to recover. He's in an awkward position early. They both fake it, Breezy, as they do circles around each other on the goal line.
It was a good half flip challenge though from Mitch. He positioned himself well. Got his full body behind the ball.
We see Mitch has equipped the Envy Octane immediately.
Scared of the air dribble bump, and it was Mitch's intention, even though he didn't get a piece of him.
It was the perfect setup as well, wasn't it? I don't think Jonk had any answers for that. If Jonk had have got in line with the ball, he was getting taken out by the Envy Octane, which I just mentioned. He's equipped the weapon as Mitch, and he's started well. Jonk's in a nice shiny Fennec as well. Mitch going to score the second as well. Excellent start for Mitch. Nervous start for Jonk.
Yeah, has to get a foot in the door here. Mitch has won both of the kickoffs, you would argue. As I say that.
That's a really good kickoff for Jonk, but Mitch is going to take the ball and the boost you'd fancy as well. Jonk's going to be on the retreat once again. Jonk looking to challenge. He gets the touch middle. Mitch should be the first one here. Sees that Jonk's not going and brings it back to ground. Good 50 from Mitch as well. The big-bodied Fennec had no answers for the Envy Octane, Breezy. That thing is lethal. Since Mitch has equipped it, he has looked irresistible. 3 goals on the trot early in this encounter as well.
It's very hard to rate Puma based on looking at people's best.
Oh, I thought you were reading...
Nobody puts the failures on YouTube. Everybody puts the successes.
I thought you were reading the comment above that. Jonk strikes back. Really good challenge and recovery as well.
Oh no, I'm just ignoring that guy.
That's good advice. Another good kick off for Mitch. Jonk will take the back corner. Mitch will take the mid. Mitch with a chance. Collects the ball, does well. Oh, what a challenge from Jonk. I think that's just straight in as well.
Yeah, it is.
Finding his feet
challenge.
In
Mitch
the contest
had the flick available.
He did. He got up nice and early, did Jonk. He's got himself back in the game. Nervous first minute for him, but he's done well in the following stages. He's closed the gap to 1. He looks good early.
Mitch definitely not going to roll over, though. He's looking at this new guy, and he's like, I'm going to make him earn his money.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitch, a staple of the Discord, as so many of the names we've seen so far have been. Jonk, the newcomer, high-ranked player. Mitch thrives under these circumstances. Jonk will have to play very, very well to overcome what looks like a rampant Mitch early on. He's brought his A game so far, Breezy. It's good to see. Started a little bit off against his opposition yesterday. It was Stem. It was supposed to be Lemanez, but Stem faced off against him, and Stem scored, what, a good 12 or 14 goals or something in game number 1 against Mitch early last game, and can't
Mitch just a brick wall.
Yeah, Jonk just nibbling at his heels and has no effect on Mitch's momentum as he just holds the handbrake and slides along and collects the ball and the goal in the end.
Yeah, I think if Jonk actually didn't hit it, gave him a little bit of space to go supersonic, Mitch would have been toast.
Kick-off win for Mitch, but it'll favour Jonk. Mitch goes to challenge, can't collect Jonk all the ball, just hanging around. I like this play from Mitch. We saw this against, I think it was Kuzo when he played him in crew battles. He just hung around every single ball, just gave no space to his opposition. That's in! Jonk's found the crossbar and in. I thought it was going high, but he's done well. Pinches it over the top of Mitch. There's no way of reading that.
Yeah, he does though. Mitch is a very, very proficient shadower. He likes staying close. He likes staying close to the play. Not necessarily challenging right away, but he does like staying very close to the ball, very close to the play.
I think it speaks volumes for the confidence that Mitch brings to a particular matchup as well. If he's staying close, he's obviously trusting his challenges, he's trusting his recoveries.
Oh, that's a good challenge,
and he's trusting his skills, and that is an outstanding challenge. That was a great setup from Jonk, but Mitch walks it down the field and scores his 5th. And we're just halfway through the game, and this is an entertaining matchup and a great performance from Mitch so far against the heavily favoured Jonk.
Yeah, Jonk. I think it was a smart play from Jonk to go low. He saw that Mitch was high on the backboard, but Mitch just able to get down to it very quickly.
Jonk keeping control of this one. I think he should beat Mitch to this. Backs away. Mitch just punches the ball downfield. Jonk does well to get a touch. Keep the ball from drifting into an awkward position. Jonk just happy to play defence for the time being. Mitch having to retreat. No boost. That's a hard touch from Jonk. Will he go for it? No, he lets it drop. Mitch stays in the shadowing position. Jonk with the bump. It's wide. Oh, Mitch again stands strong. Holds his feet and collects the ball out wide again. Jonk on his back wall now. There's still 2 minutes remaining, but it doesn't feel like a lot of time. The way Mitch is playing, the opportunities just haven't been there for Jonk. He's playing such a good game at Rocket League. He's opened the door there, though. No challenge forthcoming from Mitch. He just let Jonk walk that one down the field. Ends up getting the ball over the top.
Yeah, he says he hit the ball cam. Yeah, that'll do it. I think he missed his opportunity to challenge after the first bump up.
Big boost grab there from Jonk as well. You see the race on between the two boys. Jonk taking this one wide. Now, will we see some mechanics from Jonk? He's setting it up for it. Gets the ceiling reset. Flip available. He's lost control of the ball on the way down, though. Mitch in an awkward position here. How will he play this? Jonk does well. Shadows. Mitch collects the ball and walks it down the wing. I'm not sure how much boost he's got. You see it now. He's used all of it. Jonk just says, no thanks. See you later. Opens up the whole field for himself. 100 boost and the ball. Mitch spawns on the far side as well. And Jonk, will he go for the edge dribble in return for an early mischief from Mitch? He does, and nails Mitch on the landing as well. He's closed the gap. There is no gap. It's 5 apiece. Jonk strikes back. 2 air dribble bumps. 1 apiece from the boys.
Mitch was very unlucky not to get anything on the ball there. He got pushed down by Jonk into the ground.
I love that move, Breezy, honestly. The air dribble bump is
I love the move. It was just the way Mitch fell, I felt like he was still going to get something on the ball, but apparently not.
It's so frowned upon in the 1v1 world, but it's so effective. You see apparently Jack use it even in tournament scenes. People call it cringe, but he doesn't care. It's effective. Why not? If you get good at it and use it, flaunt it. Why not? Who cares about triple flip resets? Go for what works.
It's such a ridiculous move, but it's two-pronged as well, because like you have the option to just take the air dribble. Like you create that fear of it happening and recurring over and over again.
Jonk gets it over the top, but it's wide. Mitch 0 boost and walking through the midfield here. We're locked up. This is a very important goal. Next goal in this is going to have a huge advantage in this matchup. Jonk again finds the bar and in. I thought again it was going to be very tight. Ends up going in. The dish from a long way out. I'm surprised Mitch didn't collect it either. Jonk has come from a couple of goals down. He leads by 1 now, Breezy. 30 seconds left. Mitch has played so well, but still trails. What has he got left in store for us?
Yeah, it was good for Jonk to get himself out of bother there. Again, Mitch was very close to saving it. He was only off by a fraction, but that's all you need to be off by in these scenarios.
Jonk with 10 seconds remaining. He's in the lead. It's been a really tough first match for him on stream, but he's doing very well. You fancy he's going to win from here. He just needs to land the ball. He does. Jonk takes game number 1, and that will settle his nerves. He has another 2 to play with.
It wasn't the. I don't know what he expected, but if he expected a convincing victory early up, he's not going to get it from Mitch, I feel like.
It's a very tough bracket, this one. It's a very tough bracket. Every single player is going to be a challenge from this point forward. Mitch, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Do we have another Jonk fan? Very possible. See, the numbers have gone up since he has taken the stage, and he has performed well. It was a tight contest earlier. It was a fantastic contest. I think the 2 Mitch games that we've seen so far are turning out to be 2 of the best that we have seen so far in this tournament, Breezy.
Yeah, he's really shown up. Like you said, it was for the last game. It was actually a rough start, and it was the mental reset that really highlighted that game for us. This time, it is him turning up to a serious challenge.
It is a serious challenge. He drives in these conditions. I talked about it earlier, though. He loves facing higher level opposition. He has the skill set for it. It's whether he can keep himself composed and perform for the full 5 minutes at the high level. He really is capable at his best. Great challenge from Jonk, though. That should be the first goal. He should be able to recover with enough pads through the midfield. It's actually just going to go in. I don't think Mitch was going to save it. And Jonk opens the scoring here. He started really poorly in game number 1, but he's struck first here in game number 2.
Yeah, I didn't hate the play from Mitch, to be honest. He just needed to get to the ball a little bit quicker than what he did. Jonk was in a good position on the backboard.
Thank you, Lemaynes. I really appreciate that. It's a bit of a cleaner look. I didn't bother with pitches. Pitches seem to mess me around a lot, especially when we have players subbing in and subbing out. We have to transfer all the pitches.
I like the new designs. I think before the last crew battles, I think I pitched to you a design much like this, just a much like a cleaner, more RLCS style design.
Just a darker look is what we were thinking about for crew battles, but We ended up just going with a very similar overlay to the one we had earlier. I think it might have actually just been a copy-paste of Crew Battles Chapter 2 for that one. But yeah, I like it.
I do like this. I like this one.
When you do bring pictures into the equation, it does change the way it needs to be designed. So, and the Crew Battles names are significantly longer as well than an individual player's names. Those things can be 30 digits long sometimes. For next Crew Battles, do you reckon? Do we do away with the pictures? Do you reckon, Dre? I don't know. I kind of like the pictures. I don't know where they would fit on this particular design, but we can have a look at making it work.
I think people just particularly. I like the green boxes in particular. I think they look very clean in this particular instance.
That's a great goal from Jonk as well. He's really constructing his play as well here, proving himself to be a very nice gatekeeper so far. It's just a squeeze.
He's done well to keep that under the bar, to be honest. He looked like he'd gone way too high at the start.
He really has paid off the bars in this matchup. He has hit the bar and gone in probably 3 or 4 times so far. It's one of those things, if it had have been the other way around and the ball had to come out, he probably would have conceded all of those times. He's going to bank them though. He'll take them. He's 3-0 up early in game number 2. And Mitch, has he run out of fuel? He put in a really good game in game number 1. Took it all the way to the end against Jonk, but Jonk is flexing his might now. 3 goals on the board early and will feel a lot better about himself moving forward. He's got to face Zeller though if he does advance here, Breezy. That is going to be some match. Zeller looking extremely scary in his match earlier on against
for sure.
Against Aspects.
Jonk was. I'm not sure whether he was looking for the reset off the ceiling. I think that was the only way that he was going to get it in.
Just as we were talking about bar and out, there's Mitch with one. He really needed to score. He's not found the back of the net yet. Through nearly half this game, you feel like Jonk's going to hold on to the ball for the next few seconds as well. So Mitch will not have scored in the first half of game number 2. He's conceded 3 times. Really good challenge from Jonk as well. Mitch's flick available, but no angle to work with Jonk placed how he was. Chance to bring it around. Good challenge from Mitch. Jonk will retreat for boost. Mitch misses out on the corner. Will Jonk realise? No, Mitch actually managed to collect a few pads. Keeps him on the plate. He needs to get a good flick away here. Mitch, he does! He scores! He's got his first on the board. He really needed to get himself back into this game, Breezy. He does just that.
Yeah, it was a good flick. It was a typical Mitch pedigree there. Like, very good on his flicks. As my words eat me.
Yeah, then it happens. Don't worry. That's standard fare around here. Good kickoff for Mitch. Should collect the ball in his back corner. Got the boost as well. Jonk's hanging around. Decides to retreat. Mitch going for another Breezy. Doesn't work out for him this time like it did yesterday. He got a nice clip out of it yesterday. Not to be Jonk.
It was a good half flip as well from Jonk.
Yeah, it really was. He got back to that ball so quick, didn't he? And that's what you get from the high-level players. Maybe they don't play a lot of ones, but they certainly have a lot of skills, and he used it well there. 4-1 in favour of Jonk. That 3-goal advantage is back. Mitch has shot that wide. It's a really poor shot from Mitch in the end. Gives Jonk the ball. Plenty of time on the ball. He's got a reset available. Uses it to bring himself back down to ground. Abandons the play. Gives the ball to Mitch, but he's going to take the corner. Mitch is in a really difficult place to score from. And manages to score.
It was I think he threw the ball at Jonk, and Jonk had no choice but to touch it across his own goal, and that opened it up for Mitch.
Mitch is still, as we've said, all tournament long, Breezy. He's still within arm's reach. It's the phrase of the day. It applies here as well. Keep within a couple of goals. You have every chance of taking these matches away from your opposition, especially as we enter that final minute. What a play from Jonk.
Reset, though.
Resets into air dribble. What, the flip cancel into air dribble into the top of the net.
Yeah, it was more about, I think it was more about the catch there. Yeah, it was definitely, he got underneath it and he was able to, like, that's the dream with the resets. It's to push the ball back up when it's falling.
Did a really good job there, Jonk. I would not dream of hitting a shot like that. He's nailed it in a really high pressure situation. He's extended that lead back out to 3. And does he look comfortable? That first minute against Mitch, I was really worried for him. He conceded 3 goals in the first game immediately. But he has warmed into the contest and he looks very capable and very comfortable, and will be a scary adversary for Zeller moving forward in this competition if he does get over Mitch. Can't quite bring this around. There's the post. It's finally not worked for him. The post finally says no, Breezy, and gives Mitch his 3rd. And again, we talk about it over and over again. He's back within arm's reach. and things tighten up a little bit again.
Yeah, it was. You can see what he was looking for, but it was a dangerous play. It was a very difficult play to pull off the pre-flip into the double. It's not an easy play to pull off, and like you say, it cost him a goal if he gets it even slightly wrong.
That's a hard touch from Jonk into Mitch. Mitch has plenty of boost. He should get the ball here as well. That's a really nice touch from Mitch. Tries to bring it around, but well done by Jonk to stick around. Clears the ball out. Time's ticking away as Mitch got one eye on the clock here as it winds down. We're about to enter the final 30 seconds as we do now. Good challenge from Jonk, but he'll retreat for boost surely. Mitch should have a bit of space here. He's going to need to score very quickly here, Breezy. He has a very...
Stop! He's already dead.
Flowsen, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Another Jonk fan in the stands. Says Jonk, he's going to score, he's going to win. Jonk will advance. The gatekeeper blocks Mitch from advancing. It's been an outstanding tournament from Mitch. The two games that he's played have been probably the two best games we have seen so far from a competitive standpoint. But Jonk will advance. Jonk will face off against Zella, and that is going to be something else, Breezy.
Emotional
Really
damage.
well played from Mitch, though. I think he can walk away from that and say I'm more or less happy with how I played. Might have been a few mistakes in there here and
Not
there,
like
but I think
this.
he would be really happy with how he played overall.
Not like this.